talking stages are genuinely canon events, bro, because if you've ever talked to a girl or guy before, I'm not gonna judge you, then you know the absolute pain of a talking stage. And everyone can unanimously agree that they are horrible. I hate talking stages. I hate having to play around, getting to know each other, and guessing whether or not one of you actually want to be serious or not. Just for it to end in a week or two, then you leave wondering what you did wrong, because half the time these shits end with you being ghosted. And they always try to let you down easy, saying something around the lines of, I think we're better as friends.
Stop the cap.
Only to just ignore you when you try to actually be friends. And I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, they do not want to be friends with your bum ass, bro. But if you're lucky, you know, one day they might just wake up and then you go to say your little good morning text like all talking stages do, just to be greeted with this user is no longer available screen, and now you're looking at your reflection wondering why you're so goofy. And you're just left there perplexed, wondering where it all went wrong. Then from there, you're either gonna start reminiscing on those 2 weeks of love like an idiot, because nearly every talking stage ends like this. And let's be honest with each other, every single talking stage has these 3 things as constants, and I have decided to name them the 3 pillars of a talking stage. And the first thing, come on, you saw this coming from a mile away, is playing Roblox games. And you actually got a few options of games you can play. Number 1, you can play some Murder Mystery 2. And I'm gonna tell you from right now, the person who asks you to play that game is max level with every knife and every kill animation and every single ability in the entire game. And let's not forget, every single time that sheriff, they are going to shoot you because of some reason, like, oh, I'm just a girl, or it was funny. Then you have to do a fake little laugh and pretend you don't want to claw away at your brain, because Murder Mystery 2 is generally the most boring game to play after 5 minutes. But hey, if you're not feeling Murder Mystery 2, I got another game for you, and that's gonna be Dress to Impress. And this might actually be the worst experience of all time, because you are legally obliged to give your girl a 5-star outfit every single time. And if they lose, or God forbid you get ranked higher than them, they're never ever gonna let it go, bro, because you've broken the sacred rule of Dress to Impress talking stage, which is your girl has to get ranked higher than you every single time. But you know, you're a man, you're not trying to play some, you know, Dress to Impress, you're not trying to play that girly game. So moving on, we have game number 3, and that is every single 2-player obby in existence, because the only reason to ever play these games is because you're in a talking stage. They are actually the talking stage starter pack of Roblox. And as you're playing Dog Walk 2-player obby, deep inside your heart, you know that you're lost. You know that you want to leave this game and hop on anything else, bro. You want to hop on some Fort, you want to hop on some COD. You do not want to be playing Dog Walk 2-player obby. And you have the audacity to open up the GC. You see 8 guys in VC on Discord, and here you are playing a 2-player obby, and you see 12 screenshots of the game you're playing. And you're playing this for what? To get blocked after you end cool today, after saying that you and her will never separate and be in love forever, and get married at 21 with 3 kids, making sure the oldest one is a boy so he can protect his little sisters. But don't think it's just girls who are horrible and corny and talking shit, because we, yes, me and you are corny. Yes, me and you were talking about some mommy and I'm Batman or Spider-Man, and don't think y'all are safe, because in the talking stage, you dead ass will say the most corny shit of all time and get away with it. I'm cringing just thinking about this story, but I remember my first girlfriend, right before I asked her out, we were playing some Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 1. Peak season, by the way, but we were in creative, and the whole time we were talking about some nah, and every time she would lose, she would start whining, bro. I'm so happy she will never see this video, because oh my god, she would expose me. You know what, I'll expose myself. I called her mommy. I did it a lot because I was desperate, okay? She said she liked it, so who's the real loser? But most talking stages like this are always bound to fail, because you're not being yourself. And sometimes it's crazy to think that all it takes is being yourself to actually get a girl who likes and appreciates you. Like, no, you don't have to be nonchalant. It's not gonna work, because that's not who you are inherently, unless you are just a nonchalant guy, which is a completely different story. And in my experience talking to girls, it is a lot easier to talk to them if you're being yourself, if you're not trying to put on this little mask, this little persona to try and make them like you. And that's exactly why we fail, because we're putting on a mask. The person who we're talking to isn't falling in love with us, they're falling in love with this made up person that we're trying to be. Speaking of being nonchalant and putting on personas, I remember right after I broke up with my second girlfriend ever, which actually kind of hurt, I won't lie. I thought the reason I fumbled was because I was a lover boy, that I was too chalant and she wanted a nice nonchalant nonchalant guy. I hate that term lover boy, but there's nothing else that I could really say to, you know, describe how I was. So as I was hurting, I thought, let me date my homegirl, and I was nonchalant, and bro, we were basically just friends with benefits for like 2 months before I realized I was just a dickhead and I didn't actually like her, and she didn't like me because I wasn't being myself and I didn't see her that way. I just wanted my ex to feel like she lost something, which she didn't. Which at the time, maybe she did lose a really nice guy, but after I did that to my homegirl, she didn't lose anything because I was no longer myself. I was no longer actually who I was. I was putting on a mask trying to be this super cool guy to get her back. All this is to say that putting on a persona will never work. It'll never make your ex want to take you back, and it'll never make a girl fall in love with you. But back to talking about talking stages, because I went way off topic for a little bit. It's practically a canon event within talking stages. You start talking about some teleport to me, or I'm literally Batman, thinking we're in a rom-com or something, and the cherry on top, the greatest thing a talking stage will ever give is when they're mad at you and you go through their repost, bro. Genuinely elite, because now you have to hyper analyze every single thing they reposted like it has some hidden meaning underneath, and you can't forget to rationalize every single bullshit red flag repost they have as, yo, they weren't talking about me, or maybe they're talking about their ex, or they don't have avoidant attachment. It's actually that they're avoiding the attachment to attach to me because they think I'm gonna hurt them. So you just have to be a better talking stage. And then after all of this, they have the audacity, they have the pure ghoul to hit you up, talk about some, oh sorry, I was just taking a nap, bro. I know damn well you weren't taking no nap. I saw you repost at least 13 things in that little nap time. And the last thing I want to talk about, something that genuinely cringes me out to no end, are pet names. I won't lie, I definitely use pet names and had a couple pet names myself, but I don't get the appeal of them. Like, no, I don't want to call you babe, or my little sugar plum, or my ice spice, whatever the fuck you niggas say as pet names nowadays, bro. I don't know, because pet names have always felt so forced to me. It never feels like they just roll off the tongue naturally. They're not something you'd say in normal conversation, especially to a talking stage out of all people. But hey, if that's your thing, I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm not gonna tell you to stop, because, you know, who am I to tell you to stop? You're not gonna listen to me. And before you go, my friend said that I should tell the story since I'm gonna be talking about talking stages anyway, and this is how I absolutely fumbled the bag with my talking stage. So it started how most talking stages start out on Discord. Yes, I know, you can call me cringe later. I understand. Why did I have a talking stage on Discord? Because I was a little chad. But we were just messing each other, you know, pretty late at night. I want to say around 11 p.m. like any normal talking stage does, and a thought comes into my mind. A devious thought, a villainous thought. I don't know what cursed me to even think of this as a reasonable thing to say, but I type out with full confidence that my shot will not miss, can you read me a bedtime story, mommy? And to this day, that might be the worst shot I've ever taken in my entire career, bro, because there's no way I thought that was green, because at the time she didn't say anything. She kind of just played along, but when I talked to her now, she told me word for word, bar for bar, that she was laughing her ass off as I said that. And the cherry on top of all of this is that I went to the same school as her, so the next day we had to act like nothing even happened, bro, while she was 100% talking to her friends, telling them all what I said, bro, because they were giving me the weirdest looks of all time. But hey, that's all in the past, and you've made it to the end of the video. You know, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell. I will be making some more content. This outro is going to be shorter than usual because I'm trying to rap. I'm trying to be like Eminem. So thank you so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.